dear viewer and listener, and people doing neither, and welcome to ABW Live, the game we thought we weren't going to bother doing until we saw the lineups. Right. First of all, I should say hello to my illustrious guest. It is Cory in Canada. Howdy doody.
Hello.
Are you okay?
I'm good, thanks, Danny. Yeah.
What have you been doing in Canada today?
Mate, you know me, I'm always working. I worked last night, came home, slept for a couple hours, and then got up so I could watch the game. And then what do you know? Here we are.
If I don't get 8 hours sleep, I'm a right old grumpy bear, as the child refers to me. Right, first of all, I should say a quick hello to... actually, I'm just going to go and do that one. A quick hello to all the people watching. There's a load of lovely people in YouTube. So at the moment, I'm doing the producing and the hosting, so you'll have to bear with me, people. First person in the chat box was Gunner93. Then it was Thunder Road, Bulgarian Gooner, Terry Henry, Rudy Rastos, History Hunters UK, K-Man 1867, Daryl Kane, formerly Noza, Avon Teddington. Shouldn't you be watching Tom, Avon, or isn't Tom live? Or maybe he's finished. I don't know. And who else is there? Jimmy H29. They're also live on Twitch. So I'm going to go and see if there's anyone live on Twitch at the moment. I don't think there will be. Cory, while I'm going to go and get all the links for all of the places we're now showing ourselves on, tell us your initial thoughts about the game before we go into it in a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I mean, initially, I didn't expect it to be such a great game. It grew on me, but as usual, we started out slowly. We had what did we have? We had Maitland-Niles on the right and Kolasinac on the left, with Saka ahead of Kolasinac and Pepe ahead of Maitland-Niles. It took a little while for things to for people to kind of find themselves. There was also the odd combination for myself of Elneny and Willock in the middle. Not odd for any other reason, but that I thought it was kind of gutsy to just put those two together. For the first, say, 10 minutes, we were a little slow. I think if I remember right, Leicester pressed really hard off the start. They, I believe, had the first shot, which was Nketiah, I believe, which was wide. And then we kind of grew into the game and we started to find ourselves a little bit. I enjoyed the game as a whole. I enjoyed the game thoroughly, actually.
Good. Yeah, I enjoyed it too, because we weren't sure if we were going to bother doing the show tonight, because some of the games this season, especially the early stages of the Europa League, none of us want to watch it. None of us know anything about any of the teams that are playing. And so we made a collective decision not to do them. And so this was going to be one of the games we thought, oh, I don't know. Then I saw the lineup and I thought, oh, hello, we should do this one because it looks pretty good. Oh, we got some K-Man. K-Man's been cheeky. K-Man is live watching on Twitch. Have you joined up, K-Man? We don't get any notifications in using StreamYard. Oh, here we go. Julian Salmon, another one who's migrated from YouTube to Facebook. Hello, Julian. Who else is there? Is there any others? There's me in there. Oh, there's J. Rob, one of our many, many people who have joined the YouTube page and is being royally mugged off. Because what do you get from it, J. Rob, for being a member of our YouTube community? You get bugger all. Oh, Michael Harniman. Are you a new member? That means now I'm going to have to go and have a look and see if Michael's just joined.
Have you fixed our badges? So we're not...
Thank you very much. I'd completely forgot about that. Hello, everyone. Yeah. We've got new badges. We've got new badges for Twitch. We've got new badges for YouTube, new emoticons. I spent 6 hours yesterday stealing them all off of everybody. Oh, here we go. Our very own Josh is there.
You do work. You do work hard. You do work hard, brother.
It's easy, yeah, because every week Josh goes, the white Arsenal badge, no more Preston fans. Josh says, glad no more of it. Oh, here we go. K-Man is testing it on Twitch. And, K-Man has subscribed with Prime. You are our second subscriber, K-Man. Very kind of you, sir. And we've also got, if you click on in Twitch, down the bottom, you'll get points, channel points, and the only one we've got at the moment is a highlight my message, which is North London is red. You click on that, 100 points, and you can read out your message. But as I'm doing all the producing this, I might not see it straight away, but I can scroll back. Right. Oh, here you go. Michael Hanneman says he has just joined. Thank you very much, Michael. And what was his other message? Hi, Danny and everyone. Great to see some of the fringe players get minutes and do the job. David Luiz was excellent as captain. Saka, Nelson, Eddie all looked bright up top. Fantastic.
Totally agree. Yeah.
And Michael, I really hope you enjoy all the bugger all you get for spending your hard-earned cash becoming a member of our YouTube, because you get bugger all, apart from a few manky icons. Oh, here's another person who's been mugged off right royally. Bill Butler. Bill, are you enjoying paying good money and getting bugger all for it? And there's no pirates. He can't give you a pirate wave. In fact, if you're lucky later, I might give Cory to give you a Canadian hello. I don't know if that's like a normal hello. Is it like a normal hello, Kate? Cory, don't give them it yet. They haven't earned it.
Gotcha.
You're going to work on one.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Straight away. K-Man, Carpenter out. On that note, should we move on to the game? What did you think about, and move on to the lineup? What do you think about the fact no Ozil, no Guendouzi, and I've made a note here, our new goalkeeper, Gunnar the Gooner, on the bench. So does that mean Matt Macy is finished at the club?
Okay, so let's just get the goalies out of the way. And yes, I do think that's the end for. Did somebody not mention in one of the pods recently that there was an agreement with Matt Macy whereby he could leave the club or something?
I think someone was saying on the weekend show, whoever was on that, because I can't remember, that they did have an agreement that he's already said that he's looking to move on. If at best, he'll be lucky if he gets a League One team, because he really, as much as he's been there for years and we all like our ex-Gooners to do well, he's not a championship quality goalkeeper.
Yeah, and then the next thing I would think of is the Ozil problem, let's say, and Andrew in our group said earlier that he thought it might have something to do with contract, where let's say there's bonuses or something attached to number of appearances and so on. And when I read that, I thought, that's he's probably bang on there. That's probably exactly what's going on. They're keeping him off the field so that they don't have to pay him certain amounts of money. I bet you he's right. And then who else did you mention there?
Guendouzi. No sign of Guendouzi either.
No surprise. And then look who was on the field. If, for instance, you had 50-50 shot between Willock, Saka, who else could he possibly have replaced? Well, that's all really.
Elneny, and it's only going to be Elneny and possibly Willock, but he hasn't got the attacking prowess of Willock, and he hasn't got the defending ability of Elneny. That's
correct. Yes, I didn't mean Saka. That's right, Elneny. That's what I meant. Yeah, and Elneny was fantastic in this game. He was so solid. He allowed the kids the ability to grow into this game. I mean, were you as surprised as I was to see as many of the kids out? Willock, Nelson. I wasn't surprised to see Saka, but Nketiah leading the way. I wasn't so surprised to see that either.
No, that's one of the reasons I like the League Cup, because going back for years and years, it's always been the place where we see our young talent come through. And that's one of the stats you just reminded me of. I wrote down Eddie Nketiah and Reece Nelson's, that was their 40th games for Arsenal. Saka's 45th, Willock's 62nd, and Ashley Maitland-Niles' 103rd game for Arsenal. So can we really consider them to be our youth players? Because there's some Arsenal names that haven't even played that many games and have left the club. So do we consider them kids still, or are they first teamers?
Well, so Maitland-Niles, I would consider him a year ahead of the Nelson, Willock, and Nketiah, even though they're kind of the same group. Maitland-Niles came in a year earlier, possibly something like that. So for him in particular, no. But Willock and Saka, you separate him just because of his performance from last year. He's kind of, you asked the question earlier about possibility of players who may have earned their way into the first team, and the first name that pops into mind obviously is Saka. So we separate him because of that. But he's still, for me, he's still part of that group. Saka, Willock, Nelson, there are golden kids, and Nketiah, as well, 4 of them.
Yes. So looking at those, I'm surprised there wasn't more. I'm gonna have to go and have a look at our own players that we've got at the club, because I think that is that generation that are working their way through. But other players that you can consider coming through, there isn't really any. I can't think there's Smith Rowe, he's possibly one, but I don't know even if he's fit after coming back from Huddersfield. Martinelli, who's injured. Other than that, we don't really have any players that are going to come up from the reserves to come and play in the first team at the moment. Most of them are either here or they've gone out on loan, because we've got that young man, the central defender, who played in a couple of the pre-season games, has gone on loan to, I'm pressing buttons here. He's gone on loan to Ipswich. Mark McGuinness has gone to Ipswich on loan. Tyrese John-Jules, Doncaster, Ben Sheaf, Coventry. Jose Usi Tutu's gone to Cardiff. Zach Swanson's in Holland. Matt Smith at Swindon. So Zach Medley's gone to Gillingham with Trey Cole. So all the players that you would think maybe they would get a game in the League Cup, they're all gone.
You know that Smith Rowe kid. Do you not find he's I like him, but I don't know that he'll actually succeed at our club, because he seems to be a player in a position of which we don't necessarily use. He strikes me as that attacking midfielder, central to attack, and I'm not sure if we kind of use that anymore, do we? We've got a block of two midfielders, and then we were all like an attacking front, right? So it's another reason why Ozil isn't getting any games. If the money part was aside, we just aren't setting up our team in that way anymore.
True, yeah. The only player you can compare him to at the moment would probably be someone like Willock, but Willock has got the saying, he's got an engine on him, and he's got the skill, and he can run. He's running up, he can get assists and goals, he can run back, he can do the midfield work, he can be all over, he can even go wide at times. I'm not sure you're going to get all of that from Smith Rowe. So
you're not.
It's a bit weird. I'm just going to go and have a look and see what people are putting in there. Oh, there's a name I haven't seen before. Defoe. Good evening. Great result. Certainly is. Thunder Road.
Thunder Road.
Hey. He's singing a song there. It's not the Tuesday Club. Here we go. Phil Macker. Is Lord Bentner still playing? No. He was let go by his new club. He went back to Denmark or Norway, somewhere like that. He was playing at one country and then went to the other, and then they let him go as well. Here we go. Rudy Rastos. We should keep Elneny. Good squad player. Tidy and doing the hard work.
Yeah,
what do you think about his performance? So a little bit silly to get a booking in the 15th minute so early, wasn't it?
You know what? I didn't even notice that. I don't know about that part, but maybe. But one way or another, Elneny did very well today. I was very impressed. And honestly, have you not been impressed with him for the times you've seen him so far this season? I like his attitude. I like the fact that he seems to be willing to accept the role of a squad player to be at the Arsenal, which for me says, keep that player, man. You know what I mean? In other words, what I'm trying to say is, it strikes me that he loves the club so much that he's willing to play that role, versus some players who maybe think that they're bigger than they actually are and are like, I'm out of here, I'm going to be the big man. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, he's 28 years old, 78 caps for Egypt. He's one of their best players. He's got lovely hair. He does the job well. You're never going to see him complaining about not getting a game. So, yeah. I can't remember I wasn't watching. I was making some notes when he got his yellow card. Only booking of the game, which is good to see.
He did a really good job of relaxing, for me anyway, in my opinion. He did a really good job of relaxing Willock and allowing Willock the time to find his feet in that game, I found.
Yeah. I'm just going to go and have a look at. I have got Bentner, a shortcut to Bentner's thing. Formerly known as Lord Bentner, currently playing at Tarnby FF in Denmark, and they are right. Certainly has. Yeah. Before that, it was at Copenhagen in Denmark, and before that at Rosenborg in Norway. 81 caps and 30 goals for Denmark, and the last time he played a game was 2018. He played 2 games. Well, that is there's a good book in him somewhere. Right, a few more.
Didn't he marry a princess or something like that?
I think we all have at one time, but he's a good-looking chap. A lovely range of jewellery. We have got. There we go. Michael Hahnemann. Matt Smith is the strange one, especially because he was on the bench last season towards the end. Didn't he get an FA Cup winners medal, unlike some of the other players at the club? Oh, here we go. Rohan Patel. Pepe, 72 million, even bigger banter. Yeah, we're going to come on to that lot. Thomas Reynolds on Facebook says, hello, Danny, on here as well. Oh, there we go. Is Ron Ree, who I tweet. Ron Ree was watching. He just tweeted me and told me where he was watching the game. I said I was watching it in a South African, and he said he was watching. What's the one where Richard Keys has gone to? The one in the Middle East. That one. That's where he was watching it. There we go. Will AFC. Spot on, Danny. He does have lovely hair. Good. Oh, Mike Hertz is there, who's just started up his own podcast called Not Another Arsenal Podcast. Go find it on YouTube. Oh, here's a name I don't know. Paul Koski on Facebook has sent us a smiley face. Well, hello. Anything else in there? Avon. What's Avon put in? Hold on, I did click on it. Avon Teddington, if there's a good book in Betnut, it's probably in the glove box. Not sure what that means. Oh, here we go. Mike has said, be in sports. That's where Ron Reed was watching it. Okie dokie. Right, now what we're going to move on to, we're going to go and start off with the game. 16th minute. Saka and Nelson turning Leicester inside out. Pepe not on their wavelength, so wasted a great chance. That the build-up and the work from those two down the left-hand side was fantastic at times, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I enjoyed Nelson's game. I think he went out there with the intent to show people that he was worth the try, and he's a great kid. I really like. He's a smart footballer for me. I really like that kid. And of course, Saka is what a diamond that kid is. Amazing.
He is. He's really becoming a fan's favourite, and like we just gave out the stats. He's only played 40 games for Arsenal, and every time.
How old is Pepe?
Pepe is 26. I have got the list of all the Arsenal players here. Pepe is 25 until he's 26. Oh, he's got the same birthday as my son. He is 3 years older than her. She's 25. Should we save the Pepe talk to the end of the show? Because I think there might be grown men having tears. Next thing, I've got a note of 19 minutes. Superb work from Saka. Runs past the Leicester defence and passes it across the goal. And I think Eddie and Pepe missed it. All it needed was a toe poke to be 1-0.
I know. That was just class, wasn't it? Yeah, for sure. And they both went flying into the net, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they? Yeah. The ball just went...
Yeah, it's you looking at that, you got to think maybe there was a play. I didn't see the replay in any great detail, but the only thing we can assume from that is possibly there was a couple of Chelsea. There was a couple of Leicester defenders in the way, so Eddie and Pepe couldn't see the cross coming in because it was a low cross as well, wasn't it? Right across the front of goal.
And how 2-footed is that Saka boy?
Oh, he's got everything. I wouldn't be surprised if he was good in the air as well. But he's just so great with his feet at the moment that he doesn't need to do any acrobatics. Oh, here's a new name. Reese Raggett says, "Come on, you Gooners." Right, have we got any more things in here? No. Okay, you lot keep on talking. I'm going to go and check the Facebook. Someone's giving us hearts. Go on.
I was just going to say, so the first half, though, do you not feel that throughout it was fairly even for each team? I felt when the half closed out, it was a fairly even game.
No, I wouldn't. No, I think we ran. I think the first 5 minutes is probably you could be right. The first 5 minutes was possibly Leicester. The next 25 minutes was us, and then the end of this first half. Yeah, I think you may be right.
By about the 30-minute mark, we seemed to, not necessarily hit a wall, but something happened where everything just got a little lazy or something.
It almost seems like maybe we were just taking our time, not letting them, because quite often Arteta does like us to let the other team have the ball for, and we had the ball from probably minute 10 to 25-ish, something like that. We did have quite a bit of the ball, so maybe Arteta said to them, look, calm down, let them have the ball, let them wear themselves out. But coming up to the end of the second half, they were really quite on it. Next point.
Sorry, just one last thing. I do notice as well the system that Arteta sets up with the right back and the attacking. So what I'm trying to say is the system on the outsides of our defenses.
Yeah,
it's so complicated that
and you've got the wing backs.
Yeah, and they kind of, so you know how it seems like there's almost three phases. So we have three at the back with two wing backs, and then there's a time where one of the wing backs will go forward and they kind of slide over, and it almost appears like there's four at the back. And then when we go really full out, I guess, it becomes two at the back and one, and you almost get this rotation where one of the midfielders comes back around, the wing back goes in, and I find it quite complicated. And so what I was trying to get at was, with these young players, maybe coming on a half an hour, they're just mentally tired. They need to just chill out a little bit and find their game again, maybe.
There's quite, that's Josh explained to me. Are you in the chat box, Josh? Because there's a Chelsea fan in there, and he's been a bit of a cheeky monkey. I'm not sure I like the cut of his jib. Anyway, we'll let you lot sort him out. Yeah, Josh was explaining that normally inverted means it goes the opposite way to what it's meant to. So I thought inverted fullbacks meant they go forwards and backwards, but it doesn't. Inverted means they cut in as well. And yeah, when you were saying that they do, one of them will go forward, and then the other one on the other side will drop back into defence, and then they'll cover it, and then they'll shift across. And then we're doing that with the forwards as well. Quite often we saw at the weekend with William, when Lacazette would be go a little bit deeper, then William would move up front, and then they'll all move around like that. It makes it so hard for the opposition defence to keep track of our players, and it seems to work.
And that's exactly the point I was trying to make. Like, so for instance, with Saka being the attacking player on the left, he could come back and be in that fullback position. And I mean, was it at that point, who was at the back at that point? Was it Kolasinac? Could go forward, but he wasn't. He was kind of working his way inside a little bit, and it was because it was Nelson up in the attacking position on that side, wasn't it? See, I mean, like they were like
everywhere. Everyone's in every position. K-Man makes a good point here. Wes Morgan really put on the COVID-19 pounds. Wes Morgan, hell of a player in his day, but yeah, those days were long, long ago.
He sprinted back to save a goal, but that's in the second half, so let's get on with that.
There you go. The Chelsea fans are getting a little bit of grief. From Shiro Heish says, when you support Chelsea, don't forget the only reason you are relevant is because some Russian oligarch decided to spend a shit ton of money. Excellent. Yeah. There you go. Right, the next point we're going to move on to in my list of stuff is 26 minutes. Saka gets the ball on the edge of the box, runs through, tangles with a Leicester player, and they both go down. Was that a penalty?
No, not for me.
No,
not for me. I mean, players got to be able to come together. You know what I mean? We can't call everything. Stuff happens.
True. Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty because they were both running at the same time, and you see in the replay that their legs. It's not like he tripped him up; their legs just got caught up together. I didn't shove him, pull him, and so instantly the referee said no penalty. Get up, carry on, and Saka wasn't happy about it.
Other than Madison, it was a fairly clean game. It was everyone played, no diving. It was a fairly nicely played game. Madison throws himself around a bit, though.
Good player. Because I can't host, do all this lot and produce and save up all the questions, I'll ask them as we go along. So, Cory, from Paul Koski says, is it time to cut ties with Willock? I just don't see the potential. He has a nice frame, but his drive is missing.
Wow. I disagree. I quite like him. I think he's a strong player. He just doesn't get a lot of time on the field. I mean, one of the things that worked in Saka's favor was the the fact that he got such a run on the field, and look at what it did to him. Could you imagine if Willock was? Well, I suppose then really I'm arguing against my own point, because it's his job to earn that position on the field, but he's not really getting a long run on the field, so you can't. I don't think I can say that. Every time he's been on the field, he's worked very hard. I quite like him.
I like him a lot. I definitely he's one of my favourite young players. I mean, I like any player like Nelson and Willock who play football with their socks around their ankles like real men. They don't do a Kolasinac and pull them all the way up to the knee, which is if anybody of you lot do that, you need to sort your lives out. Paul Merson would be ashamed of you. Okay, right. Next point. See if there's anything. Josh is on it in there. No one annoy Josh, because Josh is an angry ginger and he has a moustache, so he's not to be messed with. Try not to swear, because there's new analytics on YouTube and the AI detects if you swear, and then it gets annoyed. Oh, we've got another new face on Facebook. Aaron Farrell. Bellerin or Ashley Maitland-Niles at right wing back at Anfield next Monday. What do you think?
Bellerin. You know what? Bellerin, I like. Amen's another one I like. But Bellerin, did you see that? How he came on, and I believe it was twice right away. He created some attacks down the right side. And I tell you what, for me, we were so imbalanced throughout this game, which of course we're going to come on to, but there was nothing working down the right side. We were all coming down the left side. And then Bellerin comes on, and it's like, pow. I think he made one run that didn't work, and then he made a second run, which he put the pass in, which led to the Nketiah goal, didn't he?
Certainly did, and that's what he was trying at the weekend against West Ham, and didn't really work out. He had plenty of goes at it, but yeah, this one, I've got a funny. I think it's funny what I wrote. Hold on, Josh says Thierry loved the high sock. Straight away, I've been put in my place. I withdraw my previous comment. Carry on.
Good one, yeah, good one. I think Bellerin's the key to releasing Pepe. If Bellerin and Pepe can learn to work that overlap properly, they could start to actually do something on the right side. So we need to get Bellerin on the field. We need to keep him healthy, but we need to get him on the field, and we need to start working on that relationship, I think.
Yeah, because we need to unlock Pepe.
We're so invested in that relationship.
Massively. More than any other player at the club. In the club's history, that amount of money.
Also think the success of that combination would also increase the value of Bellerin, right? So if we're eventually looking to move him on, it's not just about the money we've laid out for Pepe, it's the money we could create out of nothing by that working out really well. So now I'm not saying my mind doesn't think in terms of let's get rid of our players. My mind is, you're an Arsenal player, I love you. So, but facts are facts. So.
Yes, I agree. Right, I'm now going to go and look at my thing here. I'll mix these two in. 28th and 30th minute. Yet more superb attacking play. Nelson runs at goal, aims for the top right corner of their net. Their keeper palms it away, goes out for a corner. Another chance, corner comes in. Nelson has a shot, this time in the bottom left-hand corner, and their keeper pushes it wide again. Were you impressed with Reiss Nelson in the first half? Because for me, I thought he looked fantastic.
Yeah, me too. He'd actually had an earlier try at that same whip shot. He'd had an earlier try. It was off target. Then he had that one you talked about. The keeper made a save. From the angle of the camera, it's hard to see whether it was going in or not. It might have hit the post, but boy, that was a nice shot. And you could see he was fine-tuning his aim. But the one from the corner, in my mind, do you not think he could have done better off that? I think he kind of spazzed out just a little bit on that one. Yeah,
I think he did rush that one, probably because he was annoyed that the first one didn't go in. He had a stab at it. If he'd have taken his time, but maybe the defenders were trying to close him down, and then you've got to make a split decision choice, haven't you? Either try and do something, which is what they've been doing all night, or fuck it, have a shot, because that's something I swore. Sorry, YouTube AI. That's something we didn't see enough of at the weekend against West Ham. Was our players having pot shots, doing a Xhaka as it has become known in the past. We didn't do enough of that. Peter Tomlin, another, makes a point. A mate and I disagree over young Eddie, but we both agree he has a bit of Ian Wright about him. What are your thoughts, chap? I agree, definitely.
Yeah. And you know what else I've noticed as well this year? He seems to be growing into his body. if that makes sense. Like he's 20. What is he? 20, 21, same age as my son. Like he's starting to actually. He seems to be stronger for me.
21. He's born the day after. Who was born on the 29th of August of May? I said it earlier, didn't I? Oh, there you go. Pepe 29th of May. Eddie the 30th of May. Oh, actually, Lacazette 28th. Pepe 29th. Eddie 30th. My God, what a time to be! That must be a hell of a week at the club.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes. Yeah. So someone made a point there. Oh, I've closed the wrong window. Here we go. Over here. Michael Harniman says Nelson had a great game. Very well played. I think we can all agree on that. Yogesh Dara says, can Chambers do the same job on the right as Kieran Tierney does on the left side of defence? I don't think so.
No. Yeah, I didn't. I've seen. I swear I've seen him play on the right side for us, and it didn't work out well.
Yeah, if anybody is watching us on Twitch, can you go and just type anything in there? The Highbury Inn is my website, and like Josh says, I'm talking to myself because Twitch analytics, the more accounts that are looking at it, the more accounts that are typing away, the more Twitch will go, here, have £100,000 and be the first Arsenal podcast on YouTube. Twitch or YouTube. Actually, we were both. No, we weren't. Might have been. I don't know. Right. Oh, here we go. Michael Harneman says Chambers is a CDM at best. And David Waffles says Chambers has played right back for us a couple of times. He did not do well. Yeah, the only time he did well playing in defensive midfield was when he was playing for Fulham.
Yeah, that's correct.
Which some say
his level, actually. Sorry to say.
Yeah. K-Man on Twitch says Nketiah put in a shift today. He certainly bloody did. I just wanted to grab hold of him and give him a pat on the head. He's so small, though, but he's I think at one point he was running into their box and someone tried to grab hold of him and he just shrugged them off and carried on going. I thought, yes, that is it. Oh, yeah, K-Man. Saka was my man of the match, though. We're going to talk about our man of the match at the end of the game if you lot shut up and let's get on with it. Right, so then we're going to bring us up to a little note I've made. Luiz pinging the ball from the back is really stretching Leicester. He's a bit rusty, but it looks good. Were you happy with Luiz's performance and his all-round wonderfulness?
Yeah, I like Luiz a lot. He makes me laugh. Puts a smile on my face, and you know, this day and age, it's good to smile, right? So he's wound me up in the past so much, and now he's on my team. So hey, I get to love the big guy.
Good. Yeah. Yes, I think people are too quick to criticise him, and there's no need for that.
Yeah, I agree. We criticize everything so easily, don't we? Yeah.
Well, there is a part of the Arsenal fan base that criticise no matter what. So those people are going to have to shut up and eat cake. Yeah, that's me in Twitch putting oi oi because that's how we roll. Yeah, Carlito El Guna. Nketiah is just a goal poacher. You say just, but I don't think Carlito means that as in just. I mean,
well, listen. So this is the same thing that happens to Lacazette and many others who play this position. When you're playing that lone striker position, I mean, it's got to be the hardest position to play, isn't it? Because you do so much work running back and forth, bouncing balls out to the sides and so on. And a lot of it goes unnoticed, doesn't it? And unless you do score that goal each game, you're considered a failure. Yet you're pivotal. You're pivotal to the team.
He's a very pivotal and important player. And the more I see of him, the more I think he's going to have a great future with us. He missed out on that loan, having a loan year, because we had players missing and he needed to come in and play. If he'd have had a year on loan like John Jules is having, he's had his second loan now. I think he was at Doncaster last season or something like that. And that's going to do him wonders. But he scored a brilliant goal at the weekend as well.
They loved him at Leeds, didn't they? When he went there on loan. Yeah,
that's right. He came back early, didn't he, after doing bugger all. But he wasn't really allowed to do much because they had, what's his name? They had the other bloke up there. Whose name I can't remember. Yeah. Oh, Josh says he was at Lincoln City last season, John Jules. Why can't I remember who they got up front? Leeds. Still their striker now. Bielsa loves him. Anyway, Josh is a secret Leeds fan. Oh, here we go. They're all saying it. Thank you very much to Josh. Patrick Bamford, and
right?
Chris the Lion Lodato.
Find Jim Howson. He's a big Leeds fan, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He'll be coming on when K-Man's spamming the Twitch chat. Cheers, mate. Good. We'll have Jimmy on when we are doing the Leeds game.
Good one. Nice one.
Yes. So the next point I'm going to go to is 38 minutes. Oh no, the bit because people. A lot of people, because the Carabao Cup people are scumbags, it was really hard for people to watch it unless you have certain skills, and so most of ABW couldn't watch it. So Cory was being kind enough and giving a run-in typed commentary in our WhatsApp group, and you were going into detail about the 34th minute. Leno comes for ball at the same time as Luiz. How did you see it? Because you went into some detail with that, didn't you?
Yeah, he smashed him, didn't he? It was a great save. I mean, he did exactly what the goalie's supposed to do. But you know how it goes, where the defender's running backwards, looking forward at the ball, and the goalie's running forward, looking up at the ball, and he took them all out, ball and all, ball, man, and all. Yeah, it was good. But then, of course,
you said that you saw him do something, didn't you?
Who? No, I was cheekily saying that he was probably laying on the floor with a wry smile on his face, because of course we all remember him in his Chelsea uniform by the corner flag there, with one eye open, looking up at a fan, winking, feigning injury, right? So, but no, there was true concern for him, because obviously he's just, I think, come off a neck injury, right? So I'm sure he just wanted a quick lay down.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I was a bit worried because it was Leno's left elbow and the left side of Luiz's head, and that's not a good. But it did show that Leno is determined. That ball's mine, and anyone gets in my way, you're going to get knocked out of the way as I go and get it. So, he ran after the ball, didn't he? He didn't even stop. He went, no, fuck it, oh, damn it, I'm going for the ball. Exactly
what we want, and he'd had a very good game, because he'd actually had to make a few saves, if you think about it, by this point.
Yes, 38 minutes. Maddison weaves through our defence and lobs Leno, and it hit the post and comes back out to Leno. Wow, how lucky was that, is all I've written. What do you think?
That was stupid. That was just crazy. I was like, Leno had given up. He was beat. Yeah, and I thought, typical. But thank God it hit the post, and it just bounced right back towards Leno. He was just like, yeah, thanks. Thank you very much.
So lucky.
You've got to be good to be lucky, and you've got to be lucky to be good, right?
Yeah, and we've shown in the Arteta era we are good and lucky, and it's definitely working. Do you remember the last time we even lost a game without having to think about it? I don't. Isn't that good? I never thought I'd see the day. Right, next note. 44th minute. No real big deal. Another head clash. Chowdhury, and phonetically, Chowdhury and Eddie both looked a bit dazed, but okay. I think Chowdhury looked the worst off, but he had a huge big afro, so you'd have thought maybe that would have protected him. But yeah, he seemed
the difference between the front of the head and the back of the head. It was the back of Nketiah's head, which hurts, but it's not that bad. It was the front of Chowdhury's head, which really fucking hurts.
Oh, good. Yeah. Right, we've done 37 minutes. I think Josh should be quiet. Are we doing all right, Josh? Let us know. And here we go. I asked the last time we lost a game. Aston Villa 1-0 from Don 1, formerly known as Julian Salmon. Carlito says he thinks it's 9 in a row for Arteta. And Michael Harneman says our luck was certainly in tonight. Josh says all good, and he's tired. Good. Right. Yes. Then it's half time. The only note I've made, my halftime summary: great attacking plays from the front three, in brackets not Pepe, and at times very clumsy defending. What was your halftime summary, or don't you have one?
No, I'd agree with your summary.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'd agree with your summary. The only thing I would add was I was worrying about the same thing. I guess I was worrying about the combination between the midfield two and the defense. It wasn't quite working perfectly, but it wasn't going to, was it? So.
Right, next note, 56 minutes, because bugger all really happened at the beginning of the second half. I put 56 minutes. Pepe runs into the box on the right-hand side, runs down to the line towards the near post, tries to pass it to Eddie with Pepe's right foot, but the keeper gets a hand to it. Then it comes back to Pepe, who this time has a shot with his left foot. That shot hits the post, then comes back out into the middle of maybe 2 or 3 foot out from the post. It hits one of their players, Fuchs, and goes into the net. How about that for a comical goal? I wrote that 3 times before I got it right. Because, wow, have you ever seen anything like that? Pepe right foot, Pepe left foot, bang, goal. Hello.
Now, I had it in my brain that it was Nketiah who was kicking at it there.
No, it was Pepe. I think
that was Pepe.
Yeah, Nketiah was the one waiting for the ball. Because I saw in our WhatsApp, I think it was Femi put shock of the season. Pepe has a shot of his right foot.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. And that, you know what the funny part of that was? I was talking with Femi and I wasn't sure what. Yeah, that's hilarious. I can have a conversation with somebody and have no clue what I'm talking about.
All in my life, it happens all the time. Today I was looking for a load of leads because I'm sorting out all my hard drives. I went and got this lead, got it out of my drawer, put it in a box over there, and then spent the next 10 minutes looking for it. And I don't remember putting it in the box over there, Corey. This is the future. I'm 50 in 3 weeks. Bloody 50, and I'm forgetting stuff already.
Right on.
Oh, mate, it's an absolute... It's a nightmare. Yeah, so that goal, what was your thoughts on the goal? Was just lucky enough?
Good enough for me, man. Take him ugly. I don't care, for sure. You know what I mean?
Here we go. El Carlito has put, that was like a pool shot. It certainly was.
Yeah. Ping, 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 ping. Yeah.
Oh, pardon me. Josh has put, we haven't lost since he's had the mustache. Could that be it? Oh, hello. It's Dan Potts. Dan Potts from the same old Arsenal. Have you set up your own podcast, Dan? I can never remember. There's been quite a few. I know Owen has. No, I don't think you have, Dan. If you do, let me know. I can't remember. Yes, I'm listening to you and Harry on Chronicles of a Gouda last night. Very good show, people.
I like Harry. Yeah, Harry's a really good guy.
Harry, lovely, lovely man. And finally, after years of hard work, he's now getting the big numbers because he's dedicated. Unlike us lazy lot who try and find excuses not to do shows.
How do you say his last name? Simu?
Simu. Now I'm saying it. Simu.
Yeah. All right.
Harry. I'm going to take all of that back. I don't know how you say surname.
Hi, Harry.
I know how to say Potts, though. That's easy. Oh, we've got a new person. Arnav Patnaik. I think I might have got that kind of close. I shouted then, kind of close. Right, our very Josh is probably the only Arsenal fan without a podcast. There's been loads of new ones. There's the Arsenal Crack, CRAIC. That is a new one by Owen, EOIN, who is a regular on with Tom from the Gooner Talk. Here we go again, Josh. We're just talking about everyone else's podcast. Also, post-match games, the Highbury squad, which is Kevin Campbell, Sophie, and Amanda, are doing live shows just like we do after every game, and it's very, very good.
I would suggest for the American audience that for the crack, you'd have to get your crack on. Google get your crack on.
Oh dear. Yeah, go private mode though, just in case. Next thing I've got. So that was 56. Next one is 70th minute. Willian on for Nelson. 72nd minute. Willian and Pepe terrorising the Leicester defence and panicked their keeper, hunting in a pack of 2. What a sight that was. They're both running after the defender. The defender poos his pants and kicks it back to the goalkeeper. And when you're a defender and you're on your own back there and you've got Willian and Pepe running at you, you're going to be scared, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. They still did work it out. But, yeah, I thought we were going to win that ball there for sure. It's funny, too, because just to rewind just a bit to the actual substitution, when I saw Willian warming up, I was actually thinking he was going to be subbing in for Pepe on the right. So I was kind of surprised to see Nelson come on. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else there. You were breathing. Dan Potts. Update from Dan Potts. Harry Simu is pronounced Simu, like I thought. See, I'm a linguistic expert. And he says he's just part of the same old Arsenal and does the preview show with Graham. Not my own show. Maybe one day, mate. Well, Dan's been on here once or twice. And Thunder Road, he's always on one. Another new one is from Dial Square to Merthyr Tydfil with Gimli and Jason.
Oh, no.
That's never going to That would be funny though. I think we'd all watch that. Right, my next point is going to be 73 minutes. Eddie makes a run at goal, tries to chip-lob the goalkeeper, and it was cleared. But damn, that was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
No, not at all. No, because
Maddison tried to chip our goalkeeper. It was much like that, and it was really slow as well, which is how their defender managed to get back in time to. I think he might have headed it over. I was busy screaming at the time.
There must have been another one at some other point, because I seem to remember one that he tried and it went flying over. But yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll come to that. 74th minute, Leicester have a shot. Leno dives on it. Bravo, Leicester. They offered nothing in the second half, have they? They were very disappointed in the second half, weren't they? Thankfully.
Yeah, and to be truthful, by this point, this Maddison kid was tiring out. You could see he was running his game out, wasn't he?
Maddison went off after the 72nd minute. Yes, that's literally, so there you go. I said it was 74. He went off 2 minutes before. Well spotted. I'd missed that.
He started chucking himself on the ground all over the place at that point. He just wanted that free kick.
Well, yeah, they had a few of those and did bugger all with them. 76th minute, Pepe messes around with the ball. Then the usual pass. Then Willock comes running in and spanks a shot at the keeper and he palms it wide for a corner. I thought that was quite funny because we are doing quite a lot of the Wenger area, pass around the edge of the box, aren't we? And Willock comes in and goes, out of the way, lads, as a spank. So do you remember that one? That was funny.
And it's good to see as well because we do a lot of this like neutral passing, like passing that doesn't actually accomplish anything. And so it is nice to see someone just haul out and take a shot. I mean, the fans just love it. Even the ones that used to drive Wenger crazy, the ones off net, you still just take a shot sometimes. Just go for it.
Good. Someone's having a good time. Seth Morton is having a lovely time, whatever it is that he's doing. He's we're not going to talk about that. Yeah. Well, Josh is there, so Josh thinks it's okay, and Josh is in charge of the chat. Yemi, who is another person who is giving us his hard-earned money to become join the membership on our YouTube. And Yemi, what are you getting out of that, Yemi? I can hear Yemi thinking to himself, bugger all, I've been mugged off. He says, hello all. Come on, you Gooners, with 3 muscle things. I've put potato from the Highbury in. Josh is saying hello to Yemi. Thunder Road has just put what everyone is thinking. Right. Only 47 minutes, so we're nearly done. 86th minute, Bellerin on for Saka. 89th minute, Eddie score as they all froze. Bellerin thinks he was playing for the Brazil 1982 side. He runs from the right-hand side into the box. He zigzags between their defence and then passes it to Eddie, who stumbles, and then the ball goes underneath their defender. And then the goalkeeper's sitting there or crouched there looking at him. And then the ball comes out from the other side of their defender. And Eddie goes, I'll have a slice of that. Eddie pokes it past the keeper. And I don't think the keeper even blinked, let alone moved for the entire of that play. Have you ever seen us getting a lovely goal like that? It's fantastic. And that's Bellerin. That's what we need Bellerin to do. He somehow, somewhere along the way, stopped running the line and chopping those beautiful crosses in. And that's the key to Pepe. If those two can just start doing that kind of motion, that rotation, the runner off to freeze the defender, to release Pepe in the inside if he has to, or vice versa, and we get Bellerin pounding those beautiful balls in. That was a good goal, wasn't it? That was a nice goal. And it was really nice to see those freaking crazily high shorts flying down the field, wasn't it? It is. It's really good. It's we were lucky. We were lucky with both those goals, which is something we can't. We don't have that often.
You missed the shorts remark, didn't you? You didn't get the shorts.
I was typing nonsense into Facebook. What did you do?
Did you check out Bellerin's shorts?
Yes. Someone in our WhatsApp group is putting in there. Tucks them in, but he pulls them all the way down and tucks them all the way in.
And now listen. The commentator, so the commentator says those are the highest or highest shorts I've ever seen or seen in a long time or whatever he says. So he says that in the microphone and we hear that on the feed. and through the stadium noise, you could hear laughing. So it was like the guys who are around the commentator, he says this, everybody's obviously pissing themselves laughing. You could actually hear it. It was very funny.
I did actually, now I remember it, the first thing I did when I saw him, and I thought, hold on, has he got the wrong shorts on? I looked at the other players, and they were just wearing their...
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
I don't know what he's doing.
That is the end of the game. So, who was your man of the match?
I'm going to go Nelson. I'm going to go Nelson just because I think he deserves it. But I mean, you could split hairs between. For me, Willock was in there in the conversation, but you could split hairs between Saka and Nelson. Nketiah worked his socks off, but Nelson stands out for me.
And would you give an honourable mention to another player?
Elneny. Yeah, why not? Elneny. I think he was exactly what you want from a rotation squad player with veteran experience. He did a good job.
My man of the match is going to go to, here we go, Michael Hahnemann. That's it. I'm picking David Luiz. Come back. He was marshalling the defence. He was shouting. He was playing left wing. He was playing centre back. He was playing defensive midfielder. He was doing the role of everyone there, and fantastic. And Avon has put Saka and Nelson. Everyone else put in the chat who you thought was your man of the match. My honourable mention is going to go to Leno after such a long injury to come back and to do that, and to even at the weekend after nearly snapping his neck, still come out and command his area the way he did. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. But I was going to ask, who do you think was our worst player of the night? But I don't think we want to go down that way. We're Gooners and we don't really want to point fingers at players who didn't have a good game. So we shouldn't do that, should we?
I'm with you there, 100%. Yeah.
Good. Right. What else have I got to mention here? Yes. Anybody that played tonight that isn't a part of the first team that you think maybe might get a part in a run, be it a start or on the bench, coming up with the forthcoming Premier League games? So I suppose that's the first team games, the Premier League, isn't it?
What's our next game?
Somebody was saying that now we've got through and we are playing Liverpool on the 28th, which is this weekend. And then the Sheffield United game has been moved because next midweek we're playing at Liverpool again. So we've got back-to-back games at Anfield.
Right. So then I would probably use Saka because he's he could use him in so many different positions. So I'd say Saka. And maybe Elneny, because actually no, not Elneny, Saka. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Here we go. Phil Macker, I give you my man of the match, Danny, for describing a game I missed as I was asleep. That is one of the reasons why after the last game, me and Josh both turned up for the last live show, our ABW show, and then neither of us had made notes. So we just talked about nonsense for half an hour. But this time I thought a lot of people won't have been able to see the game, so I thought I'd take a little bit more care when I do it. Final thing we've got to do is this Thursday we have a live podcast. It'll be on the YouTube, the Twitch and the Facebook. It's at 8 o'clock and it's me and Chris so far. We've asked a couple of people, but so far none of them have got back to us. So I need to say a quick thank you to Kman1867 for not only following us on Twitch, but he gave us a Prime subscription. If you have Amazon Prime, you get one free Twitch subscription every month, which you don't have to pay a penny for it. And if you don't use it that month, it goes to waste, and we get $2.50 for every one that you give us. AFC Billy 66, Dankias 87, I Kadar, Tinball Plays, I Claudius, Barry Gun 71, and Perma High. All those people have followed us recently on Twitch. Any other ones I've got to go and mention because I've got so many things going on here. Thanks to all the people that have given you hard-earned money to waste it on joining us on YouTube. Nicky Wilson, J Rob, Billy Butler, Yemi, and you've done it as well, Corey. I forgot that. So how do you feel about wasting 99p a month on getting nothing for it?
It's never a waste for the Bergkamp on Wonderland, my friend. Never a waste.
When you did it and you subscribed for your 99p, at any point did YouTube go, are you sure?
No, it was just because you seem to operate on our time zone. So I can't remember. I was just awake and you said something and I was like, okay, click. There you go. Easy as pie. I want to ask, what's this Twitch? Is Twitch like a new YouTube?
Hold on. Michael Hahnemann is I'm a mushroom. That's the level he has joined on, the same as you. I'll explain to you Twitch later. You just go to twitch.com, go set up an account, and it costs absolutely nothing. And if you want to link it to your Amazon Prime and give us money, then you can. If you don't, then you don't. But yeah, if anybody doesn't know, tweet me at, I don't know, you don't usually tell people my Twitter because it's a nonsense, but at _GFP. So finally, I should say goodbye to the lovely people in the box. There's been Josh there, or been no doubt sitting back and brushing his moustache. There's David, who says, I love you, Ronnie. It's very hip. I don't know what that means. Avon Teddington. Path Sun says, cheers, guys. K-Man says, cheers. Renat says, new platform. Yep, Facebook and Twitch. K-Man is he has done YouTube and he has done Twitch back to back. That is the kind of dedication there's this Highbury squad. We mentioned you earlier in the show, Sophie, and said that you're now doing post-game shows, and go and watch you lot there. Avon, formerly Nozar, Thunder Mode. Twitch is where gammon congregate. It's not. Michael Hanneman, Mike Hertz, and Yemi. Danny is too modest. Oh, no, I won't going to read that. He's been nice about me. Cheers, Yemi. Yeah, right, thank you very much, Cory. Have you any final words to say before I shut this shit down?
I love all Gooners.
Hey, wonderful way to end the show. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm now going to click to end show, and we will see you on Thursday. Goodbye.